and I wanted to talk about a few other things that I'm doing to prepare the fields before planting. It's a little loud today because the grain bin is now on and drying, so I'll try to speak up here. But besides shaping my beds, this is one of the new fields. This is where the potatoes and root crops are going to go. Besides shaping the beds and broad forking and applying compost, I'm also putting up a really simple deer fencing here. And this is just using T-posts and then a very, very heavyweight fishing line. And I was successful with this last season at my farm. So what I do is I put this fishing line about every 4 to 6 inches. It's about 4 inches apart all the way down a T-post, and I string it around the entire edge of the field. Deer don't like how it feels when they come in contact with it, and usually they will walk around the edge of the field. Again, this doesn't work for everyone, but I found it to be successful on my farm last season here. The other thing that I'm doing is I have my 30-inch beds and my 12-inch walk paths, but I'm starting to cover those walk paths. There's a few different ways you can use mulches if you would like. On the farm here, I use straw bales in my walk paths to keep them covered. Another great idea is seeding something like white clover in your walking paths, or using some type of landscape fabric. There's different thicknesses that you can get. So I use both here. It depends on what crop I'm doing. If it's a crop that I am going to want to cultivate, I usually use the straw. It's a little bit easier to move around for me. If it's something that I'm not, then that's where I go with the landscape fabric. But it's really important that you are mulching your fields as much as possible using your preference of mulch. So that will help to eliminate any weed pressure. I'm really big about mulching. I'm also farming without a tractor and by hand mostly. So mulch really is super beneficial for my type of and the technology that I use here on this farm. So mulch also helps to keep moisture in where you need it. Again, it helps with that weed suppression, and it makes for less weeding and less work out in your fields. So just a couple things I wanted to cover here today on additional field prep.